What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's had a good week so far. We are back. We are going to be starting off first full day with Southampton, which is a move that I did not really expect to make, but we have made it. And we will be in the championship with Southampton, trying to get them back up to the Premier League. And we are going to have to build this team on the fly. Probably going to have a pretty busy transfer deadline day as well. There's going to be a lot of business being done today. I'm not sure how long we're going to be live today, but we're going to try and get as many games done as possible and as much business done as possible to where we're kind of set up for the foreseeable future. We've got some very good youngsters here to build around. One of them I was very surprised we were able to land, which for those of you that were not here the other day, you will see in a moment. But we also have a potential wonder kid arriving. Not potential wonder kid, he is a wonder kid. One of the best ones in the past couple of years. And we are waiting on his work permit to be approved. So we will go ahead, get in to FM24. And here we are. We're going to be rocking this 4-2-3-1 that we were rocking with Albor. We also brought over one of our main guys from Albor, and Mr. Eric Olsen. Eric Olsen, absolutely fantastic player. Had a brace in his first game and is the reason why we have a point right now in our first game. But we've also brought over Dean Huison. He is, I'm gonna just say, he's gonna be a rock for us. He's gonna be very good. We need to help him reach the heights that we know he can get to, especially in reality, because FM currently does not reflect it. But we also brought in Anthony Malambo from Feyenoord. So those so far are our three signings. Everyone else is here or has been here, and we will be bringing in another player. We've got some players on the out still as well. We might have like 100 million to work with, honestly. Yusufa Makoko is going to be joining us, folks. Yusufa Makoko is going to be joining Southampton on a free if his permit gets approved. If his permit gets approved, then that's absolutely fantastic. What is up, Gritters? What is up, Wheels? Hope you guys are having a good day and a good week as well. But we will be landing Yusufa Makoko today, which is absolutely fantastic because he can play any of the front four attacking positions. Mr. Olsen, I believe, also can play three of the front four. Dibbling can play three of the front four. Malambo can play the 10 or at left wing, and Adozi can play left wing or right wing. So we've got some good attacking options, all very young. Oh, we also brought in Ponomarenko, Matvey Ponomarenko. He is going to be the backup striker. But Makoko, bringing him in, that's going to be unbelievable. And we can have Olsen on the left, Dibbling on the right, which is kind of what I wanted. And then we will have Makoko and Ponomarenko kind of rotating. But, I mean, we're going to have great options up front. We need to get some great options here in defensive midfield as well as in defense. Because I have recently, if you guys were here on Tuesday, I've been working on a mystery kit kind of rebuild mini-series with Coventry City, and I brought in actually both of these guys in it. Spoiler alert for you guys. You'll see our Bella Kochap in it as well as Dean Wiesen. And Bella Kochap was a major disappointment and a major problem and kind of cost us to lose quite a bit. So I might be looking, being that he is wanted, looking to offload him and bring in someone else, because ultimately we do want players that want to be here. That is what we want. We want players that believe in this project that we are building and developing here with Southampton. And I think with the players that we have brought in so far, I'm very happy with. But we definitely need to bring in some others. We also, I just realized and forgot, we brought in Simon Adingra, another great attacking option, rotation option, and Mr. Gianluca Busio, who's going to be good at least for a while we are here in the championship. So we've done some business. We have plenty of money to keep doing business. and we need to do that business. So that'll be a major focus today, but we've got Yusufa Makoko up first. What is up, Matt? How you doing, my man? Of course I remember you. But we will have to do quite a bit of scouting, and thankfully we have some pretty good scouts here to give us some accurate reports. Bednarek does want to leave us, but I'm not sure if I want to accept the bid that has been made, because it's not anywhere near his valuation, but at the same time, I think it's okay. Cosmic, thank you for the 57 months. I appreciate it. Subscribing with Twitch Prime, using that Jeff Bezos money. He's got plenty of it, so use it. But welcome, welcome. Got the tiny man salute as well. There we go. But we will accept the Bednarek offer. If people don't want to be here, we don't need them. Plain and simple. We can also play Taylor Harwood Bellis there. Trying to see who else. Shea Charles can play there. Another player that features in that Coventry City side. Which, it's going to be a two-parter mini-series as of right now. We have got the first 7 seasons, and then we're going for the ultimate goal, which you guys will see in the video itself, which there's a new system that they've updated for OBS with how I monitor the stream, so I'm trying to get used to it while we are doing the stream today. Everything that I usually have kind of spread out is now all one compact thing. So we've got the activity feed, we got the multi-chat, as well as a stream preview now, so I can monitor it in-app instead of having to bring it up on an external window, which that is nice to see. That's pretty convenient. But we definitely need to get some good business done today. The first of which being Mr. Yusufa Makoko. But we have got a match here against Wickham. Always love their badge. Always like their kits as well. Not gonna lie. Always like their kits. And their old manager, I don't think he's there anymore. I know he probably isn't in this save. But I like their manager a lot. I think he did a great job with them for what they had. But this is going to be our group here. Juan Larios is hurt, so we will play Maxwell Cornet. That is what we shall do. Alright, so let's see what y'all are saying. Came up with Leeds, came fourth, and got your first Champions League match today versus Getafe. What is the score prediction against Getafe? Well, if I can remember correctly, players that you have brought in, your side should be far better than them. I think 4-1. 4-1 is my guess. And Wheels has left Sampdoria. I remember just last stream, you were like, hey, I went to Sampdoria. Well, Wheels is gone already. Second league and on course to qualify in the Champions League group, but AC Milan came knocking. Really? Wow. Going to AC Milan. That's a move that I'd like. That's a move I'd like, but we're here in the championship with Southampton. 2.5 seasons with Sampdoria. I wish I could play 3 seasons as fast as all of you guys do. I wish I had that ability. I'd be building a nation in a week and a half. I'd be building a nation in a week and a half. Alright, let's not concede in the first minute. That'd be great. There we go. Sugawara. Play it up to Olsen. Olsen to Cornet. Malambo. What a ball by Malambo! What a save by George. What a save by George. That was a great ball by Malambo, not gonna lie. Recommended by Mr. Tara Armad. How did George save that again? Olsen should have 2 goals. Bill Kochap should have an assist. Bill Kochap, and he misses the net. Malaga to Moderna to Sampdoria to Milan. Which Malaga you were highly successful at, and you were trying to build up Moderna as well as Sampdoria. But then when a giant like Milan comes calling and they need to be rebuilt, of course you go. I understand it. That's commitment right there. Bang, bang, bang. Adozi, Hoiberg. Beeson. Ah, Jan's a liability, so actually I'm glad we're going to sell him. Weeson, Cornet. Cornet's getting right where I want him as well. Commitment or addiction. When it comes to FM, I'm pretty sure they're the same thing. Pretty sure they're the same thing. Sugawara. Bella Kochak. Sugawara. Dibbling. Bella. Cornet. Hoiberg. Malambo. Malambo up to Olsen. Olsen in on goal. And there we go. 3 goals. 2 games. This time he's fist pumping. Last time out he was doing an Irish jig and he ain't Irish. He is ginger though. He is ginger. Even though his player model's blonde. Don't know how that makes sense. But Malambo with the assist from the 10 spot. And Olsen finishing off another goal. 3-2. Good start from us. Quick start from us as well. We've been very in their face. Maxwell Cornet, I'm also liking how he's actually doing his job as an inverted wingback. Can't say the same for inverted fullback in Jan Bednarik. '22 was a good game. I really enjoyed 22. Yeah, we all know what happened there with FM25. It doesn't exist. Which leads me to wonder. There we go, Bella Kochap. It leads me to wonder, what are they going to call the next one? We just going from 24 to 26? Or can we start on a fresh, clean slate and just call it Football Manager? I think that's the smart thing to do. Just call it Football Manager. I hope there will be a next one. If not, people are going to have to get really creative, but I already personally have been looking into alternative routes with stuff when it comes to content, which is why you guys have been seeing the Tactical Masterclass stuff. And just a quick question. I might put a poll out with this as well. If I had a second channel dedicated to football, whether it's tactics, breaking down clubs, stories, whatever, just kind of football as a whole, but do it from a real perspective not a sugarcoating perspective. Would y'all be interested in it? To where I give my thoughts, opinions, feelings on things happening in the football world, do breakdowns of managers, clubs, tactics, players, whatever. Just kind of like a one-stop shop of footballing entertainment. I'm not sure if it would be dedicated just to one league or what. But it's something I've been thinking about. Yeah, it is nice to be back streaming this week. That is the one thing I enjoy. Like, because this is like the only time that I take time to play the game. Otherwise, I'm just doing it for videos and whatnot. Hoiberg almost just had a banger right there. Otherwise, I'm just doing it for videos. And I've had this conversation with Omega Luke. And even he's like, it's like we all play other stuff because our main point of emphasis with playing this game is to get content out of it. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoy the game. This is my favorite game. But I wish that it wasn't so easy to burn out on it. Because unless, like, in my opinion, unless you're doing a Journeyman, a Youth to Gold, a Building a Nation, unless you're doing something with, like, an end goal in mind and it takes a while, you'll probably burn out. You'll start save after save after save after save. And that's what one of my buddy's problems is he can never, like, stick to a save. Then when he finally does, he goes through, like, 20 seasons in 2 weeks. All right. Bella Kochep is tired. We have to take him off, even though I don't want to. And we also can't bring on Taylor Harwood Bellis. So it's going to have to be Ronnie Edwards. Or. We do this. We do that because I want Ronnie Edwards to start playing as a ball winner. And Adozi has not been doing it today, so Dibling, Olsen, Ponomarenko. No, we'll leave Sugawara on. And then we'll bring on Adingra as well. All right, let's see what we can get going here. See if any of our subs can make an influence, make an impact, a positive one. Ponomarenko, Malambo, damn. Adingra, off the crossbar. Olsen, he could have just turned and shot. Terrible pass. All right, we got a paragraph from Wheels here. Probably watch, however, since FM24 burnout, I've kind of fallen out of touch with most things football except Liverpool. Well, good news with Liverpool. It seems, at least from Mr. Fabrizio Romano, Mo Salah and Virgil are staying, which is great. Everyone talking about all these wonderful in FM24. I have no idea who they are, to be honest. Still not had any of them in 24. As always, started in lower leagues. Got Braintree Town near where I'm from. There you go. Those are always the fun saves to do, like your local club, which I have a mini series coming out soon as well with my local club. That's going to be a Journeyman. So we will be starting the MLS, even though I can't stay in the MLS. But we will be learning those broken rules. Then he did Schalke and then Malaga. And yes, we do know the Malaga save. Bang! Adingra to Olsen. Olsen has 4 of our 5 goals this season. Malambo making a play again. Adingra and Olsen. With absolutely no one covering him, by the way. I think one of my cats wants him, so I'm going to have to let him in here when the game ends. All right, give me 1 sec. He indeed did one in. He'll probably take the chair. It's his throne, since I'm not using it currently. What's up? Hello. You can go on the tower too, sir. So you're halfway between Braintree and Colchester. I had to play Colchester in the Coventry City video. Last night, actually. Which, this game darn near broke me yesterday. It darn near broke me. Alright, so Cameron Archer going to Villarreal. Will receive 17.75 million. Look up, yeah, they don't have that manager anymore. Did he start there? He did not. I'm trying to remember who was their manager. I can't remember his name. All I know is he looked like Fabio. So all I can remember, he did a great job with them, and he looked like Fabio. All right, we need to get Suleiman out of here. Hopefully we get some good news on Mr. Yusufa Makoko soon. Ipswich Town are not far. A season ticket holder, that'd be awesome. Okay, so compared to like Arsenal, which from what I hear is the most expensive out of all of them. From what I know. Alright, we got Watford next. And the Prem. Makoko is signing. Let's go. We have 101 million pounds, by the way, in the championship. That's insane. But where was I going with that? How much is a season ticket for Ipswich compared to like Arsenal? It'd be Getafe 2-1, but had 16 shots. Getafe had 3 shots. Welcome to FM, Matt. That is what we all deal with. It's not fun. Not fun. But it's what we all deal with. Sugawara has a match highest earner clause. That is one of the coolest names. Such a cool name. That's always cool. Being a lifelong fan of a team and then being able to go then with your kids. That's awesome. All right, so Højbjerg wants to leave and Cornet wants to leave. Even though Cornet just had an absolutely fantastic game for us. A fantastic game. we have probably that. That is the move we shall make. Let's register Mr. Mokoko. And Yusufa is now ready to go. He will make his debut off the bench against Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, they do have the most expensive out of everyone. Alright, so we need Taylor Harwood-Bellis back ASAP. Dom Ballard going on loan. We also might need to sort some loans for players if we can't get them to leave. Alright, Jan Bednarek is now gone. Taylor Harwood-Bellis is going to play as much of the game as he can. Shea Charles, you are now back up into the lineup. Trying to figure out here who. Alright, so Shea Charles could play there if we need him to. That's good. That is good. These scouts really don't rate these players. Of course they rate Mendoza. He went to Arsenal. I'm so tired of the big clubs in FM. The amount of players I lost in what you guys will see with the Coventry City video. The amount of players I lost out on to the big clubs was absurd. I guess we'll do Ronnie Edwards as a vice captain. Why not? Gonna try and get him to become a ball-winning midfielder for us. I think that he is well suited to doing that. Alright, going over on the tower now. Well, after this match, I'm gonna sit down. Because yesterday, I stood for like 8 hours straight. Because I was doing everything live when I was doing the Coventry stuff. I got Arnor Sigurdsson and Glenn Kamara. Always liked both of them. Arnor Sigurdsson, what a player back in the day on FM. Mokoko, you get number 9. Mokoko gets the number 9. He's such a versatile player. Dibbling, Olsen. Teams are not going to be able to plan for us, and I love it. Sounds good, Wheels. Sounds good. Hopefully we can get this dub here against Blackburn. That'd be great. Mr. Dean. Betta. Sugawara. Malambo. Malambo to Olsen. Olsen puts it just wide. I think that it hit off of the defender's foot, though. I think it hit off of his foot. Bella. Oh, Bella, ciao, Bella, ciao, Bella, ciao, ciao, ciao. There we go. Well, if that... I'll keep him if we can make that his goal song. If that can be his goal song, he's staying. Maxwell Cornet. Sugawara. Hoiberg. To Harwood Bellis. Adozi. Dozy into Malambo. Malambo to Sugawara. Off the post and in. Yukinari Sugawara. The most fun name to say on this team. I've always liked having him. Such a good player. I actually have him in my other Journeyman that I've been playing throughout the year. Very good player. He's playing as a Segundo Volante. I've never even thought to play him as a Segundo Volante. An inverted wingback? Yes. Wingback? Yes. Midfielder? Sometimes. But defensive mid? Never really thought too much about it. Alright, let's wait to see what happens here because I was going to praise him. So, and Scott Wharton scores. AT&T, why are you texting me? Alright, we are going to end up praising him. I want to make sure that on YouTube things are going all honky-dory. Viola, hello on YouTube. Hello, hello. For some reason, it's still not popping up in the multi-chat, which is really annoying that it won't pop up YouTube. Eric Olsen has now scored his 5th goal. He has scored in all 3 games. This kid's something special. Absolutely special. He's a heck of a player. We're going to take Harwood Bellis off at half. I wanted to get a half of football in for him. See how he is, see how he does. Get him back acclimated to things as he is coming back from what they said was a broken leg. And there he is with the ball now. Move it off. Good stuff. Up to Malambo. Malambo out wide now. Adozi cutting in. Malambo to Hoiberg. Hoiberg to Sugawara, who punts it into the stands. Good first half. I'll take that. We're doing well. Shay, you're on. All right, let's get her going. Let's get her going. Let's get her rolling. What a shot. Wow. What a shot. Can we get another goal? I don't like this. Good save, Bazunu. Good save from Bazunu. There we go. YouTube chat's working now. What is up, Philip? Hope you're doing well. Is this tactic on Discord? No, it is not. There is a variation, though, of it. It is called the target practice. Either V1 or V2. That is what I modeled this off of. All right, Dublin, still not at the races. So Olsen, Adengra, and Makoko That's going to be kind of our attack going forward. Apologies for the garage door noise if you hear it. It's right underneath me. And we will bring on Gianluca Busio this time around. And Ryan Manning. Being that Mr. Cornet is on a yellow. We have done well in this match. Defensively, still leaky, but they've got to get used to this system. And the more used to the system they get, and the more consistently we get to play the same players back there, the better. Because then we'll be chilling. Ryan, do you want to throw the ball in at all? Sugawara, Busio, Manning. Moving that ball quickly. It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt from Sugawara. All right. 3-2 win. We will take that. And we are now going to lower the desk so I can sit for a bit. Alrighty. There we go. Let's lower the camera. Alright. We're all good now. We can sit finally. Alright. We're gonna need to get Makoko off and running quickly. So I'm thinking of playing him against Birmingham. We've been linked with Connor Chaplin, apparently. Which, I like Connor Chaplin. But I think we're all good on attacking players. I think we're all good on attacking players currently. But for this next match... I think... yeah, we'll be playing this group here. We'll be playing that group. One Laios I need on the bench. But Cornet, he has done very well in these matches that he has played in. We need to take that off. I'm going to rest him so that Mr. Harwood Bellis gets an extra day of rest. We need him to get that extra day of rest right now. And now we got to unveil Mr. Yusufa Makoko. All right, we've done the business that we have done so far has been absolutely incredible. So Bazunu wants to leave. But we need a good enough goalkeeper to get us up. We've already sold Aaron Ramsdale. And if I'm to look at goalkeepers right now, don't need a left back. If anything, we need a right back. But I think we'll actually be okay back there now with what we have. I might look for a center back. But we don't... There isn't a goalkeeper that we can go out and get that's going to do what Bazunu does unless we get Shake and Die. And even then, like, it's not like Shake can come in and play every single game right away. Like, he could, and then it just forces him to become pretty darn good. But I think... defensive midfield wise, if we could find someone. Like Ponomarev, he'd be great. But I'm not sure I want to pay £20 million for someone that might... I mean, he'd play where Sugawara is right now. That is what he would do. We've got plenty of scouting reports coming in currently. Alright, so Jurashek is going. We have so much money, yet don't really have the players to spend that money on. We just don't. Because, like, Tim would be a great player. But I'm not sure how long he'd be with us. Like, maybe this season and next, and then that's it. I think the players that we have currently are good enough to help us go back up to the Prem, for sure. I think that we could also, for sure, improve right here. But there just isn't anyone out there to do it. Maybe a center back? Because I don't want to spend the money just to spend the money. I want to spend the money on the right people. I want to spend the money on the right people. Who is Hugo Busto? He is worth a lot. I mean a lot. And like the players that we could spend money on right now, they aren't ideal. Alright, so there's plenty of good players. There's also plenty, apparently, bad players. Where did my, hold up. There it is. Not valid for the current panel. Okay. Everyone that is a D, they've got to go. They got to go. I would love Hal Southampton, but he is not willing to join here because we're not in the Prem. Even though I really, 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 really want him. I also wanted Leverton. We couldn't get Leverton. We can get Newerton. We can get Matvienko. If we got Matvienko, that'd be unbelievable. I know he's 30, but I'd be willing to pay whatever. The only other attacker I'd want is David Palmer. Bring him on over. Hold on, does it have the... There we go, that works. That works right there. Go by recommendation. Alright, yes. Mihail Lazarov. I want him. Although it was saying championship level with him, I don't think that's true at all. I would... He does not meet the requirements to allocate. You gotta be kidding me. So someone's just gonna be able to get him. Also in mind Bozovic. We're waiting on Braun. We need him to turn 18. He turns 18 in a few days. And then I'd be willing to sell Bazunu. Could maybe go for Tanozalev as a 10, but as a 10, he doesn't have great ball movement. Got great work rate. Bosserer, though, he could be someone. Right now, it's really Bozovic, Ponomarev, Braun. I'm going for Braun immediately. Nipin, there's no reason you shouldn't join other than we're in the championship right now. I wonder... How often do they play him? He's played 43 games. Never mind. They play him often enough to where he won't go down. If he goes to Newcastle, I'm going to be pissed. Alright, Solimana to Espanyol. Valenciennes is our... Wait, hold on a sec. So that move will make... That move makes so much sense now for RDF. They're all part of the same system. Alright, we're... I think we might go for Chake then. And then just loan him there. Or even loan him to Bromley. We could do that. Because Bromley's in our system as well. with him being someone with pretty decent potential too, could be a good move. And I mean, with the internal takeover, that's the second message we've gotten that pertains to that. I'm hoping that it's not that big of a deal. Alright, maybe we do get him. If he's got Prem potential, and I force him to play as a segundo, and he wants to play for us. Honestly, we have the money. I'll just pay for him up front. 17 mil. You do not get to be greedy, Bayer Leverkusen. No greed. 18.5. Thank you. So he thinks he'll be a breakthrough prospect. He'll be an impact sub essentially. But eventually you're going to be a stud. All right. Sugawara and Hoiberg both think we should let Bazunu go. All right. Time to look for a keeper. What about a loan? Like a Jorgensen. There's a Bart Verbruggen. Bart Verbruggen on loan would be good. Or we just get Bart outright. And we just have him as our goalie. But then also Chake. I think Chake would be good. So those two. Now, Victor Johansson is actually pretty good, not going to lie. He could help us get promoted. There is also Jorgensen. Because he had an interest in Albor. He should surely be like, yeah, you know what? Why not? Why not go play for Southampton, you know? Alright, so we're going for Ponomarev. Unai would be unbelievable. Season preview for us? I didn't even think to check it. Because my season preview in my mind has us here. Season preview has us here. Mine, in my mind, has us here. Ahmed Hozic would be a good move. Barcelona won him. And I like Akoli as well. Mr. Sarmiento. The facilities are like the best in the league from what I know. They are incredible. But seeing Unai playmaking, ball-winning midfielder, and I know what he's capable of. Bilbao, don't be greedy. There we go. That'd be a good move. Or even Adam Wharton. Get him to be a segundo instead of Ponomarev. It's just, I don't know if he would want to come back down. Loan-wise, it says yes. But and Broholm, very good player. Center back wise, does Ahmed Hozic pop up? Shiabu does. Fabio Chiarodia with Dean Huijsen would be unbelievable. Now that we're actually like looking for players, we're finding some great ones. That's an incredible idea that you do. That is very smart. Bichiabu even would be pretty good. We have so much money that it's like we gotta spend it. Go at 15. Cool. Now, a lot of these offers probably gonna get rejected by the players, but as of right now, I don't really care. I am just trying to improve our team for now as well as the future. Malo gusto. I would switch systems entirely if we could have him. Switch it entirely. And I know he's on loan currently, but if we buy him, they just bring him back. Alright, let's see how many of these players say no. Verbruggen says no. And Ndiaye, though, says yes. So Ndiaye says yes. Jorgensen would be our starter. Vencedor doesn't want to join. Wharton. If we can get Adam Wharton, bro. Because he'll just end up becoming a starter. Alright, so Ahmed Hozic is like, yeah, I'll join. Just make me a star player and pay me a ridiculous wage. Which, we're already paying Makoko 95K. Why not pay a center back 100? Alright, 58 million release clause. 42 for that. Set the expiry date. And offer. Thank you. Gusto, fringe player. He does not believe in himself. Like, at all. Look at what you've done to the man, Chelsea. Wow, okay. That was a big jump. Alright, so once I hit this, then we'll actually know, like, okay, who's coming in? Sorry, I was in the zone with those offers. I'll read chat in 1 sec. Alright. Love playing the future game. So do I. That is usually what I am trying to do. I am planning for the future as well as the now. Like Ahmed Hozic, he would be for the now, but also for the future. A player like Jorgensen, a player like Wharton, a player like Gusto, they're all going to be here for a while, or so I hope. Same with NDIA. Ponomarev, like, if we can get all these guys, I'll be very happy. And we still have to sell Bazunu because Bazunu wants to go. Matsuki's wanted. I just need teams to offer. Wood is wanted. I need teams to offer. We need to loan out Amiel. As well as Fernandez. Although I might be able to sell him. He's young. I'll loan him out. But I mean, a majority of these guys here, like Cornet, he wants to go. Hoiberg wants to go. Sugawara, I think, wants to go, but he's actually kind of okay staying now. It's a very tricky situation trying to make sure that we have the players to continue on, but at the same time, and we have just lost out on Ahmed Hozic because Barcelona came in for a player that they don't need, which they do a lot. Alright, what else to say? That's how your Malaga save went, was planned for the future. And I mean, look at what it allowed you to achieve, too. So we've got Birmingham City. This is going to be the first match where our potential future front four plays all together. Although the only one not playing is Dibbling due to injury. Because we don't want that. No, not letting him out. Our staff are even getting poached. Now see, Cornet's played well, so I'm cool with him being here. Adam Wharton, welcome to Southampton, my man. It's saying we shouldn't play Harwood Bellis. We probably shouldn't, so I'll play Charles. I will play Charles. Now it says Dibbling can play. Okay. Now it says he can play. Alrighty. Let's go get 3 points. They still have Balick and Hall. I feel like George Hall is a Southampton type player that they could make him into an absolute machine. Stay on him, Cornet, or not, just let him run past you. Thankfully, George Hall put that wide. Thankfully, he put that wide. Let's get her going. Good win by Olsen. Put it back to Makoko, but now Olsen is down the wing, finds Cornet. Cornet botches it. Just when I've been talking him up. But he wins it back. Didn't give up on the play. Malambo to Dibbling. Dibbling's got to make a play. Malambo, beautiful. That was beautimous. That was beautimous. Very, very good. So good. So good. So good. That was bad from Hoiberg. Dibbling almost got back to win it back for us, though. Win that. Got it away, at least. Wait, who got deflect off of? Why can't I click on a player? Why was Olsen all the way down there? I agree. The Saints do deserve better. I think it's down to the recruitment, though. Honestly. They just... And Gregors, you and I have had the conversation. So many of these teams buy for survival. What's going to just help them survive? What a move by Dibbling. Oh my goodness, what a move. Finding Sugawara in the box to make it 2-1. What a move. Oh my goodness. Nutmeg around him. Bang. Beautiful. Anyways, as I was saying before we scored, so many of these teams that get promoted now just buy for survival, recruit for survival, not thinking about the future at all. Because when you recruit to just survive, everyone's going to want to leave right away. You need to get a balanced enough group where it's going to help you survive but also build for the future. And I believe that is what has allowed Fulham, Brentford, Brighton, and Bournemouth all to do so darn well now up in the Prem, because when they came up, especially Bournemouth and Fulham on these final times, hopefully, they recruited that way. Like, okay, who's going to help us not only survive, but who's going to be here and be mainstays in their side for the foreseeable future? And given Brentford and Brighton recruit way differently than Fulham and Bournemouth, but you see the way that they all planned out their business, especially Bournemouth, as well as appointing Iraola as their manager. They got everything right. But everyone that had a brain knew they got it right before. Everyone's like, wow, can you believe what Bournemouth is doing? Yeah, a lot of us knew this is what Bournemouth was going to do, because they had a great manager. And they brought through an incredible group of balanced talent. You had the vets and you also had the youth. And it worked out really, really well. And then when they're reinvesting, like when they just sold Solanke, they're not going out and getting a home run type striker. It's okay, we have some options here already with Unal as well as Evan Nilsson, especially Evan Nilsson. Let's find someone for the future that might be able to play a couple different positions. So they go and get Junior Krupi from FC Lorient. That is genius business. But you don't see a lot of teams doing that. That is not a pen. That is not a pen, but they're giving it to him. Jeez Louise. Wasn't a pen, but they gave it to him anyways. What would you say? You feel the Saints, the Foxes, they both have that philosophy and they're failing. Yes, they are going to go back down, whereas Forest didn't take the same route. Now they're succeeding. Forest bought an army of players, but they recruited on the base of, all right, these players are going to help us survive, but then these ones are going to be here for the future. However, very little of them were still around for the future, because then they brought in a whole new group again, but it's paid off massively, as we can see. Malambo, Dibbling! Those two were just toying with Birmingham City. They are toying with Birmingham City. Yeah, I think it'd be great if Jamie Vardy were to win a trophy again. But just the recruitment and the philosophy to it, it's just not there for a lot of clubs. And it's not just the Prem. It's not just England. It's everywhere. It's like that everywhere. So many teams could cause so many bigger clubs problems if they would recruit the smart way. But so many teams do it in such a panicked fashion that it just never works out. And that's unfortunate, because they're like, I personally believe Watford and Norwich should be Premier League sides. The amount of times those two have been up in the Prem in my lifetime is absurd, and they keep on getting relegated. And now they're just mediocre in the Championship. They have certain players that can definitely help them get to that next level, but those certain players also need help from just about everyone else. How did they just block 3 shots? Put Ronnie Edwards on for Hoiberg. And I think we're going to switch these two. Give it a few minutes. Let me think. All right. Charles is going to come off. For Harwood Bellis. We're going to switch them and then switch them. Try and have them deal with Dibbling now from the left. Those 2 subs. Yep. But I mean, Stuttgart, they're in the DFB Pokal final. But then there's those clubs and or teams in multiple sports that have crazy success and then they can't handle it. Wow. Is that offsides? Offsides. Good. I think a perfect example, Union Berlin. Perfect example. Then there's those clubs that, like, it's just inevitable that they're going to go down because they have to reset. Another example in German football, Cologne. Eric Olsen has scored in every single game. At this rate, it's going to be impossible to hang on to him. And then there's also those clubs that go down, need the reset, but don't reset the right way, and then they're stuck. Like a Hamburg. Good stuff. I love it. They have not been playing Adam Wharton at all yet. I'm going to start playing him, and he's just going to explode. I will play him, and he will explode. Dibbling was unbelievable in that game. He was so good. Yeah, and you are very right in that, Gregors. It comes down to mentality. Some fan bases become very spoiled, such as the St. Louis Cardinals. And then some fan bases know what it means to grind and grind and grind and grind to get to the ultimate prize. And that is the St. Louis Blues. They're two polar opposites. Alright, we're getting Ponomarev. What I might do with Wharton, buy him, develop him, sell him. Alright, Cornet, you can leave on a free transfer. But you are not doing it until the end of the season. Alright, we got Ponomarev. Same level. Same level of player as Wharton. Apparently. Which I find kind of odd, but it is what it is. Where? Ah, there he is. Like, being that we're on the topics of American sports and you bring up baseball, and this applies to football as well. So in baseball, to win games, you need strikes and you need hits. You don't need home runs. You need hits. You need to get on base. Strikes, they are what help you win games with your pitching staff. When it comes to football, you need goals, you need saves, you need blocks, you need a big time aerial presence. There is a lot that goes into what football clubs have to look for to build their teams to get them to a level to dominate. Some just throw money at all their problems because they can. And then others, they know, okay, we got to be smart about it. And then they are smart about it, and it's like, wow, they've done incredible with what they were given. All right, so now we've got those two. I hope that point that I just made sense. Made sense in my head. All right. Mr. Gusto. Could you imagine him as a ball winner? Oh my, yes. A quick, hard-working, ball-winning midfielder, Malo Gusto. Never did I think I would be saying that, but we might be able to move on from Ronnie Edwards now. Or train Ronnie. Be an inverted fullback. That would be good. And if Højbjerg wants to go, I'll offer Højbjerg out now. If Højbjerg wants to go, Malo Gusto slots in. And a Dozy, I might loan, honestly. Ponomarev. We could loan Ponomarev, but no, I want to play them and develop them. It's just, who do I do it for? You. And I just need Harwood Bellis to be healthy, because then I'm gonna loan out Charles. Or even sell him. Loan a Dozy. I don't really want Flynn Downs, but we're kind of stuck with Flynn Downs. So if Højbjerg goes, we can also play Flynn Downs. That also works. That does also work. All right. All right. We need Makoko to score this game. We need him to score. No offers for Højbjerg because of his wage. Okay. Okay. Give me one sec, chat. Alright, we're good now. Okay. We're gonna play this group again. Jorgensen's gonna play though. Another player that Chelsea has stunted the growth of. We're getting like all the players at these clubs are stunting the growth of these players. 22. You get 23. Alright, and Gusto as a ball way midfielder, I think might actually make a lot of sense. He's going to be a quick one, too. Playing him in an area that Chelsea never even thought to play him in, and he'll probably do well. All right. Cornet, whipping it. Bella hits off the post. Dang it. And it went right to Makoko, too, and then he gets tripped up before he can get a shot off. Right before he can get a shot off. Cornet, Bell Kochap, Hoiberg, Weeson, Charles, Nibbling, Malambo, and Olsen has now scored his 7th goal, once again extending the amount of games he has scored in consecutively. Every league game and a cup game now, and he has 7 goals. Bang. Another assist by Malambo. We're doing great. Hoiberg, good clear, dribbling, Malambo, dang. Get on that. There we go, Charles. Play it left, good stuff, Cornet. Cornet to Olsen. Olsen to Makoko, to Malambo. Malambo's gonna go in. Oh! It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. Sugawara, what a ball to Malamba. Oh! Yeah, Sugawara is going nowhere. What a banger of a song. And that goal, that's a 10 finishing that off. But he is like 6'2", I think. But that's impressive. That's good. Absolutely loving it. What is Twitch? What are you doing? Ah, thank you, Cosmic. I just realized what happened. Now I realize what happened. Good stuff. Exactly. XG is low, but everything else leads to domination. Well, we can score 2 more goals. We can get into first. It's Bristol currently in first based on goal difference. Sugawara, Bella off the crossbar. We We're going to have to take Charles off. We'll put on Mr. Edwards. Malo Gusto will also be making his debut, as will Ponomarev. What a ball! What a run by Sugawara. They are 100% overachieving right now. Hello, T. Doing out. It's your feeding time. I'll let you out after this game, bud. Dibbling is hurt. That's not good. Right, Mr. Adingra. So Gusto's on. Ponomarev is on. Edwards is on. And we're good on that. We need Makoko to score. We're getting goals from everyone but our striker. And Bristol City are back in the first, for sure, on a win. Alright, 2-0 dub. We will take that. A lot of debuts in that game. Tight thigh. Malambo, player of the game, rightfully so. He was very good. Alright. Gotta let the kiddo out. Give me one sec. Alright. So, we will actually check that season preview again and see where Bristol was. 11th. 11th. So many questions. They ask so many questions in England compared to Denmark, and especially compared to the Faroe Islands. Matsuki is gone. All right. So still waiting on Sheikh and Ahmed Hozic, but we ain't gonna get Ahmed Hozic. That's for sure. He will go to Barcelona and get 0 playing time. Alright, well, Hoiberg, find somewhere. Even if it's Saudi Arabia. Just find somewhere. I really don't want to lose Yukinari Sugawara, but if we do, that makes it way easier to play and develop Ponomarev and Wharton. And if we lose Hoiberg, that makes it way easier to play and develop Gusta while also playing Gianluca Busio. There's going to be a lot of developing in this team. So we got Luton, and then we've got Watford coming up. If they want to buy him potentially, I'm cool with that. With a dozy. Optional fees. Not mandatory, optional. And just like I said, he goes to Barcelona to get 0 playing time. What a smart move. What an incredibly smart, genius move. And we're losing Sugawara. Naipen going to Newcastle. That sucks. But we got Sheikh and Dye. So that's cool. If we can get some offers for Bazunu now, that'd be great. Because I brought in these keepers thinking that he was going. He still probably will. It's just when. You. That'd be great. And you are going the first team, but you will be available for the U18s. Hopefully this makes it easier to get rid of Bazunu now. Debwayne is not good to go for this game. We're going to play Mokoko on the wing. Play Ponomarenko up top. See how that goes. And if it's not going well, then we can switch things around. What's up, Tender? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well, bud. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day. 4-2-4. Shake, you are not getting that. You can have 50. He can have 50. All right, let's get her going. And intercept. Thank you. Malambo. Makoko. Out wide. Makoko's going to need to find someone unless he wants to take on the whole team. Makoko to Ponomarenko. What a smart move. And also, really quickly, just seeing the webcam overlay just remind me of this. Saturday, I will have the webcam overlay updated as well as the intro updated. So Southampton will be on both. I just did not have the time between doing what I was doing yesterday for a video for next week, as well as just didn't have the time to do it today before stream because I had physical therapy for my arm and wrist and whatnot. But that will be done. That will be changed for Saturday. It will be updated. No, 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 no. I swear. Another penalty. Save it. Ooh! Ha ha! Philip Jorgensen saved a pen. How about that? I swear that is the first pen save of any goalkeeper that we've had in this save. And we're on our third club. And in what is technically the 5th season. Because of how time and everything worked in the Faroe Islands. Ponomarenko. 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 Bella. Cornet. What a ball to Malambo. Oh, what a ball that was. And then they block it. Bang. Bella Cho, Bella Cho, Bella Cho, Cho, Cho. Mr. Bella Kochap. It's his 3rd goal of the season. Clear. Oh boy. Wow. That was just a hodgepodge of a mess. But it's offsides. It is offsides. And now my cat wants back in the room because he's eaten. And now he wants back in. So after this game, I'm going to have to let him back in. All right, Jorgensen, where are we playing it to? Wiesen. Charles. Hoiberg. Makoko. Playing good on the wing. Ponomarenko to Charles. Charles to Makoko. Makoko to Ponomarenko. Oh, dang! That would have been impressive. Sugawara. Malambo, Makoko. He was feeling himself. He was feeling himself. Leeson, Sugawara. Ah, bad touch by Malambo. He was under pressure. Olsen's playing defense right now. Woo. Woo. Sugawara, Balakochap, dang. Olsen's on it. Olsen's always on it. Malambo, Charles, Hoiberg. Good stuff, Hoiberg. This is why I'm trying to loan you to Lazio. Good win by Sugawara. That's why I don't want to sell Sugawara, but Newcastle came in for him, and he's going to throw a hissy fit if he can't go. Oh my goodness, Hoiberg. He just made me eat my words. Assist by Ponomarenko as well. Ponomarenko also has a goal in this game. What a goal. Wow. Alright, I'm going to let him in being that it's half. Give me 1 sec. Alright, be back. I just put you on your tower and now you want to be right by me. You're a goof. Man doesn't know what he wants. Alright, you want up on my desk apparently. I can't see the screen! Your tail is in the way, like right through the middle. I can see that Malambo has the ball. Sugawara. Your tail is kind of in a better spot right now. Out wide to Olsen, I guess. I can't see a darn thing. Sir, can you move? Let's move. Can we move? No, you want to go underneath the monitor and tilt the camera. Alright. Sir. Hopefully the camera doesn't fall over. I might have to put the desk pass to a standing position if he's gonna lay there though. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we'll go to a standing position after I make some subs. Which, trying to figure out who do I want to come on. I still feel like I want a center back. Jorgensen's first goal conceded to Luton Town. Alright. Good point to make some subs. Put a Dinger on. play you. And you. There we go. We're also going to put the desk back to a standing position. Oh, I make the desk rise and then now you get up. You're a turd. Malambo, Gusto, Charles, Ponomarev, the hole! It's offsides. You gotta be kidding me. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. And it's offsides. What a goal, man. And it's offsides. Ponomarev, just take it the whole way. Wow. That was impressive from Simon Adingra. That was impressive. Ponomarev found him. Ponomarenko was also involved, I believe, a little bit there. Turn and shoot, turn and shoot, turn and shoot. Or just give them the ball. Coco. Ponomarev. Malambo! Ponomarev with an assist. Malambo with his third goal of the day. This group is cooking. We are cooking, chat. Speaking of cooking, I need to figure out what I'm having for food later. This group is really good. I still gotta find time to work on the... Because the end swingers are done. Those are done. That's what's currently able to be downloaded right now. But I need to do the outswingers and then the short. Once I have those, you guys will have them able to download all three, as well as a video showcasing all three. End swingers are the meta. Outswingers, though, I want to find the best version of them, and then I mean not end swing. Hold on, my brain's having a fart right now. Give me a sec. In swing, yeah. In swing is the meta. Then I need out swinging to be done. I'm hoping to hit like, because with in swinging we're almost hitting 40, like consistently. It's anywhere between 30 and 37. But out swinging, I'd be happy with 20, and then short. Short will be different. That'll be for like a more realistic type setup, essentially. We will play Makoko again on the wing. Who is this? Harley Needham. 6 foot, and I can make you into whatever I want. I like that. With great potential. I'm going to try for 12 and a half. 14. Thank you. Yeah, I make him an inverted fullback because he's 6 foot. With how, I mean, he's 18, so he can get better in every area, and he will. But with how I have the players instructed, having high aggression will lead to more cards. Because if we look, say, at this whole back line right now, 8 aggression on Coronet, 10 on Kochap, 10 on Houston, 13 on Charles. Larios, 12. Ronnie, 12. Gusto, 13. And then Manning, 16. So Manning's the highest. Cornet is the lowest. And from what I can see, so far, I'm checking a certain stat. You guys are probably just like, why is he going through the same guys again? Three of them have yellows. And they all have 1. Cornet, Houston, Charles. They all have 1. Their aggression is all low. When I see aggression, for me, aggression with how I want my players to play, because it's everyone. They all have the same instructions when it comes to defensive mentality, which is tackle harder and mark tighter. I don't want them getting a lot of cards. Even though we can see Ponomarenko is already 1 yellow away from a suspension, but that's because this is a Carabao Cup match, I think. Is it? Yeah, Carabao Cup match. That's the only reason why. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Bringing in a player like that, he's so raw still. So raw. And he has pretty decent decisions already. So that's it's a risk I'm willing to take, and I'm willing to develop him into being exactly what I want him to be. Because by consistently playing him game in, game out, essentially in that role, in that spot, we have a player there that we never need to replace. Which, for me, ultimately, I would love to develop my own Aaron Wan-Bissaka for that role, because I've had Aaron Wan-Bissaka as an inverted fullback. He is the best I have ever had. I know a lot of people talk down on him and dog him in reality, but defensively speaking, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is absolutely amazing, and it translates to FM. So that is my thinking behind this signing. When you have players that are defensively sound, they do it the best. That's why Jan Bednarek was a liability. He was a liability in that role, unfortunately. Fernandez on loan to Sparta. Which Sparta? Ah, Sparta Rotterdam. Osasuna want Bazunu. Take him. This is a club I'd love to do a save with in the future at some point. Is Bradford City. Always like their kits. Always like the badge. I think they have a nice little stadium too. Alright, so they're going to block it. And he has to go for at least that. So we'll see if there's any buyers. If not, we're loaning them out because I want them gone. Malambo's been absolutely unbelievable. So I'll have to message Tara and be like, yo, your recommendation, paying dividends, doing really well. There we go. We got Harley. All right, Harley, you are going to be an inverted fullback, my man. And you're moving to the senior team. All right, we'll give Wharton his debut next game. When is he going? It says tomorrow. Okay. All right. Let's get you on a loan then at least, Mr. Wood. Venezia want him. It looks like Sugawara and Hoiberg will both be leaving, so we will be developing our defensive midfield throughout this season. But based upon how that front four right there played last game, we're playing him again, even though Dibbling is now back to 100%. Makoko on that right wing was really good. Unless Olsen up top, Dibbling on the left. Could do that. We could try. But I think I'm just going to stick with my guns and play that same front. Bringing in Sheckman Percy would be fun. I don't think we need to bring in another attacker right now as a thing. How much would it be to get there? They gotta accept that. There's no way the board rejects that. They probably will though. He wants out. I don't want him. I have moved on. I have not watched that video yet just because of how busy I've been, but I do plan on watching it tonight as well as editing tonight. I'm not gonna lie, chat, my arm is really starting to bother me. At PT today, we essentially discovered my arm is so out of whack with everything that I'm having to start limiting the motion or how far I extend and whatnot, because there's a certain exercise they have me do. It's like I make like a goggle like this, but I have to put it like upside down and then go out, down, and away, and you get this pull, and you're supposed to feel it all the way up, but essentially you have to stop when you start feeling that pull. When I get out to here, I start feeling it here in these fingers and through my hand, and I have to stop right there. That's as far as I can go, which sucks. Because I'm so used to being able to do anything and everything. And right now I can't. So it's frustrating. Malambo got hurt with a bruised ankle. I don't know if it's just that. I think it's just years of wear and tear from hockey and gaming, working, moving, lifting, throwing, whatever. I think it's a mix of everything. Yusufa Makoko. The Wonder Kid's off and running. From the right wing. Assisted by Malamba. What a freaking play by those two as well. Just Malambo knowing, okay, if I hold the play up right now, Makoko comes back on sides and then goes. That was beautiful. That's exactly what we want. That right there, though, is exactly what we don't want. But I wanted to play Makoko up top. I don't think we're going to be able to play Makoko up top. With how he's playing off the wing, he is playing so much better off the wing. Up top, he's in no man's land, and he's alone. And we have to try and get the ball to him. That's why I don't like playing one-striker formations, really. I prefer the twos. But, I mean, when Eric Olsen was up there, it's not a problem. So maybe we play Eric Olsen up top, or even Ponomarenko. Makoko on the wing, who now has 2 goals off of the wing. Fantastic. 2 goals off the wing for Makoko. He's staying there. Dibbling on the left. Malambo at the 10. Olsen or Ponomarenko up top. That's essentially how it's going to have to go now when realizing how Makoko's playing off the wing, because we're playing Watford, another championship side, and he has a brace. And in my opinion, actually no, they're in the Prem now. We're playing a Premier League side. Bad shot for Ponomarenko. Malambo's going to have to come off. That's annoying. All right. Dibbling will play as the 10. Haven't seen Dibbling at the 10. We're about to. We'll see if he has any chemistry as well with Makoko on that right wing or Olsen on the left. Ponomarenko up top. Who's taking this? Makoko is. Bang it. Close, but no cigar. Speaking of cigars, what's the fascination with cigars? Is it just like a classy type thing? I feel like it's like a classy way of smoking, even though all smoking is not good for you. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Armel Bella Kochap. Another thing we could do in Kochap scores is if I just keep a little bottle of ketchup here. Kochap's ketchup. Ketchup with Kochap. Could do that too. Huijsen, Jorgensen, Bella Kochap, Cornet, who's been great. Thankfully, he doesn't want to leave yet. I mean, he does on a free, but we might be able to change his mind. Dibbling through on goal. It's 4-0. That's very true. They're much more popular over here. Also, what you guys call cigarettes, we're not allowed to say over here. So, there's also a certain C word y'all say all the time that we also aren't supposed to say over here. We can say cigarettes. We can't say the other word. Because we call them cigs, darts, cigarettes. Olsen, Ponomarenko, Hoiberg, Dibbling. Dibbling on goal. And Dibbling with another one. Yes. Yes, Wheels. That one. Dibbling from the 10 with a brace. Oh, dang. So we have 2 players on for hat tricks right now. Cornet. Dean. Olsen! This team is unbelievable! They're so good! This group's crazy! We get 48 games of this? And however many we're in the cups for? This is awesome. Keep in mind, this team we're playing is in the Premier League now. Dibbling to Olsen. Olsen. Still Olsen. Still Olsen. Ponomarenko gets blocked. Charles, dang. That's unfortunate. I'll go with that. Cornet, whip it. Bada chow. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. Intercept. Good stuff. Gusto, Debling, Makoko, Gusto, Adingra, post. Damn! It was offsides too. You're telling me that wasn't over the line? Wow! What a save! Fantastic. Fantastic game. Next up, we got the Swans. Not gonna lie, I really like having Maxwell Cornet there. He is really good. Taylor Harwood Bellis is gonna be good to go this game. Finally, Malambo is not gonna be able to play. I want to play... nah. That is the most wild tweet I've ever seen in this. Where is that? Oh, it's about Bazunu. If we let Bazunu go, I'm setting fire to my season ticket. That is the most out-of-pocket thing I've seen on FM. That is insane. Letting Gavin Bazunu go would just send out the message that we're a selling club now. Well, Southampton's been a selling club for about the past 5 years. It's not me, it's the board. Sure. We need Bazunu to go, but teams need... That's hilarious. Man City wants him on loan. We need teams to put in serious bids. No one's putting in a serious bid. 15 I'll consider serious. Well, Wheels, when the game originally dropped 2 years ago, essentially now, I was doing a beta save with Bayer Leverkusen, and they have a lot of players from a lot of different countries. And the opposing manager said we have the United Nations as a team. I'm sitting there reading that like, surely that's got to be some level of racism. Like, just to some degree, if not racism, nationalism. To some level. But I guess FM sees no problem with it, so... But seeing a fan tweet, if we sell Bazunu, I'm setting fire to my tickets. That's crazy. That's wild. Alright. Adozi, gone. Best on loan. Adozi, if he does well, Mönchengladbach can buy him for, I think it's like 25 and a half? It'd be 25 and a half in total. Middlesbrough and the Carabao Cup. Nathan Wood on loan. I need to know why no one wants this kid on loan. For nothing. Like here. 0. 0. Will you take him for free on loan? Can I go 5 million with Manning? Just get someone to make an offer. Alright. That transfer deadline, that's going to be a busy one, I have a feeling. Man City make loan approach. Cool. Sugawara rejected. Oh, we get to keep him. We just need Højbjerg to go. He has 2 or 3 offers. Okay. All right, same group. I'm playing the same group. Except for Harwood Bellis is in now. If we can pick up where we left off with Watford, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. They still have Zan Vipotnik, and they're not playing him. Ryan Mason is now the manager at Swansea City. Hey, everyone remember when Tottenham fired Jose Mourinho in favor of Ryan Mason for our cup final? That's hilarious. Boggles my mind. Absolutely boggles my mind. No, 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 no. Thank you. It is the definition of Spursy. Most definitely. We can go up here, that'd be great. Harwood Bellis to Makoko, to Harwood, to Hoiberg, to Makoko. Sugawara. Yukinari Sugawara. Let's go. Exactly what I asked for. I was like, if we could go up here, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. And we set one up and slammed it home. Good stuff. Define special. Damn it. Liam Cullen. It's a good move by them. Yeah, I have instructions on just about every single player. Olsen, Sugawara, Makoko. Beautiful! Makoko to Sugawara for both goals in this game against the Swans. We're never taking Makoko off the right wing. Never. Borussia Dortmund, if you have anyone watching this right now, which you 1000% don't, but if you do, start playing Makoko on the wing. I would greatly appreciate it. I was going to make a sub. But we'll see what happens here. Hopefully we had a goal. Out to Makoko. Malambo, 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 Malambo. Makoko with 3 assists. We are witnessing the rebirth of a legend here at Southampton. Absolutely unbelievable. What would make it even better is if he ends up committing to Cameroon so that he gets international playing time too. I know that it's late, but still making the subs. We're going to take Makoko off just so that you can get a round of applause. I want to take off Sugawara too, but he's on a hat trick. Steve Reader, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, my man. How are you doing? With Twitch Prime as well, using the Jeff Bezos money. He's got plenty of it. Might as well use it. Oh! Off the post. Bang. Let's go! I love my Swans, but a win's a win. The Swans are actually, so the stadium photos that I had at the old setup of the Liberty Stadium when it was still called that, which that's where Swansea play, and I'll always call it that, and the racecourse ground of Wrexham, both of those are right here next to the setup now. Whereas the things that you definitely couldn't see at the old setup, the map of the UK and all the clubs are here. And then behind me, that is all the clubs within Europe. Which I've thought about getting like post-it circles and whatnot and putting it on that so I know where I've managed and to try and manage in every single country. I think that'd be fun. Try and manage in every country in Europe. I know where my next stop is. Next to, because one, I want to actually like see out a long-term save there. I did like a mini building a nation with them, but I want to do it for like for real, and that's Hungary. But I also want to do Bulgaria, and I already have the club picked out for that. Makoko was, I mean, I brought him in to score goals. That man just had 3 assists. He was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Yukinari Sugawara denied Newcastle United to stay with us. That means something. Makoko, that was a world-class performance from the 21-year-old. And like I said, if he could commit to Cameroon, that'd be great. That would be great, because he'll get a lot more playing time in the Cameroonian national team. He'd honestly probably be playing game in, game out for them at this stage. Alright, so Makoko is locked down that right-hand side. Bristol City went Ryan Manning. We got Middlesbrough. Is that the Carabao? Yeah. I want to try this. I want to try that setup. I want to make sure everything's going smoothly on the YouTube side of things. It is. That's as good. All good, honky-dory. It is going swell. Trying to figure out if we make moves for anyone else. I am hoping. Bazunu's gone, Wood's on loan, Hoiberg's gone, McNamee's on loan, Sewell's on loan, Adozi's out on loan, same with Fernandez, Sugawara's staying. Sanda went out on loan, right? Yeah, to Triestina in Italy. That is the... Hold on. That's their stadium? That's amazing. And they're in the Series C with that stadium. Reminds me of Cesena Stadium. That's all I was like, is that their stadium just from a different angle? No, indeed it is not. No, indeed it isn't. It is their own. Yeah, we are still looking at options. I need to change something real quick. Give me one sec. Do. And then all updated. There we go. We need to get, I think, one more deal done. It's just I don't know where. I've been leaning towards center back. I feel like I've said it about 100 times by now. And I'm thinking, yeah, let's go with a center back. A quick center back. I can also play as an inverted fullback if need be. Maybe. I doubt it. Could go for Matt Vienko. We could go for Matt Vienko. But I would want a center back with potential, I think. Chris Richards. Never mind. Never mind. I will definitely designate an ESC spot to Mr. Dragushin. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tottenham, what are you doing? Yeah, I think we're done with them. They have absolutely no idea what they're doing at the club, even in a game. I'll do 3 years. He only wants to be here 3 years. We'll do 3 years. If we can get Radu Dragushin, my word. Alright. It's serious time. It's transfer window closing time. I need my chair because I need to sit back down. I've been standing a lot recently. Hey, Bubba, I need you to do that. Whoa. Chair is back. Dusk. Down. Alright. And he's probably going to want to jump back up on this desk, but we'll see. Sounds good, Wheels. You have a great rest of your evening. We are going to try and get some transfer business done. As well as take on Middlesbrough. We might end up playing against Alex Leverton here in the championship. Sevilla make a Hoiberg offer. Yukinari Sugawara was up for Player of the Month. Malambo got the Young Player of the Month. And we got Manager of the Month because we're finally in a country that does those. So that's good. Tyrion, what'd you like? Up against the wall. Okay. We could bring in Leverton on loan, maybe. I'm not doing that. That's fine. Just because we won't play him as a deep line forward. You know what? Screw it. 120K to have Leverton for this season. So we'll see if he wants to come here. We're waiting on the Bazunu confirmation. Nathan Tella is now at Burnley. Appeal. Because we're getting them. We are getting Radu. Allocate ESC place. And welcome to the club. Deal falls through. Why? That's moronic. I allocated a ESC place. That makes no sense. Can we get him on loan? Not doing that. We'll do that. If I can get him on loan, then cool. And then we'll just sign him permanently next season. Or in January. We could do that too. We could do that too. Ozo is a fun player. He's also a beast. So if my scouts can scout him, that'd be great. We are waiting on Bazunu still. Wood, Hoiberg, McNamee, Sewell. We will see what happens. You got 7 hours remaining, as well as a match against Middlesbrough in the Carabao Cup. And we get him on loan instead. All right. As long as we get him. As long as we get him. All about it says fringe player. No, he's a starting player. He's a starting player. And he makes things way easier for me. Wow! Hasanov to Sporting. Hasanov to Sporting. That's amazing. Bologna, Sporting, and Augsburg. He has been a rock for Vikingur Goethe. But he isn't even an icon or anything, which I kind of find odd. They have such a random group of players together. They only got 1, 2, 3, only 4 Faroese players. Sporting signed Hasanov for $59K. Alright, we've got the Middlesbrough match in the middle of all of this. Realistically, we should not play Hoiberg. Because if he gets hurt, that deal falls through. We are going to play Gusto. He won't even be on the bench. We will play you. Kochap needs a break. Dragushin is right into the fray. Probably should have rested the guys. Just a little bit. But I believe that we can get the win and move on to the 4th round. Lego. Let's go get the W. Cornet. Whipping it. Dragushin. That would have been a hell of a debut. He scored 2 minutes in. Good clear. Up to Makoko. Malambo. Malambo, you see him. Or I saw him at least. Dibbling. Makoko. Dang. Clear. Oh my goodness. Clear, dang. All right, we need to get something going here, folks. We need to get something going here. Coco, you could have played it to whoever the big oaf was right there. Sugawara. How did we not score? Kind of blows my mind. Yikes, what a shot. I know which 5 I'm going to have to take off in this game, and there are 5 that I don't really want to take off. We're going to have to. Who is the Middlesbrough manager? Because whatever system they're running, it's a potent one. Can we get up with Olsen? Nope, he's just going to run the ball out of bounds. Okay. Alright. Not happy with that first half. All right, 60-minute mark, subs. Not all 5. We are making 4 though. So they all slide. Ponomarev is on. And Adengra is on. All right, let's get her going. They're going to have to come off around the 75th. Do I do it now? I'm going to do it now. Alright. There's the 5. Adingra. Gusto. Dragushin. Adingra. Gusto. Ponomarev. Cornet. Woo. Wasn't a great shot, but ended up actually being dangerous. Clear. Dang it. We just couldn't get anything going. I think it's because we just weren't rested. So everyone was playing tired. Which that's unfortunate. But just shows it's not easy to win a Carabao Cup or a FA Cup, unfortunately. We did not play well. Probably should have won that game. But we didn't really have a healthy squad. And then we got another game in 4 days. That was bad. Not good. We need to see if Højbjerg is gone and if Bazunu's gone. Alright, he's going to Sevilla. Alright. We get Leverton in. Bazunu's gone. Højbjerg's gone. Alright, so we get to keep working with Mr. Leverton. Even though he is only on loan. We got a lot of players here, and we're not going to be able to play everyone. But at least playing the players I want to play, now it's gotten easier. And we got Olsen and Leverton back together. We got Olsen and Leverton together once more. So we spent 198 pounds and made 165. All this was business that needed and had to be done. We're looking good. I'm happy with the group that we have. What? All right. So next up we got Millwall. That's our group. Flynn Downs. Oh yeah, Ronnie will be the vice captain. But we need a captain. That will be Yukinari. Yukinari Sugawara is our captain. All right, so we got Millwall. So many questions in England, man. All right. What's up, Larcy? I'm doing well. How are you, my man? Hope you're doing well. That is great to hear. Well, last week I was assembling this new setup here and also helping with moving a lot of stuff around the house and everything, doing all that. Been doing PT and been working on videos that are coming out next week. So that's about it. We streamed on Tuesday. We're here now with a new club in Southampton. I think that's everything. I hope that's everything. All right. 10 is available to Leverton. Yeah, the setup is clean, very nice. I really like it. The desk rises as well. I've been standing, I feel, a majority of the stream today. All right, it's good. It's good to see these two in these positions again. Alex Leverton up top, Eric Olsen on the left wing, Tyler Deblin at the 10, and Makoko on the right wing. We're gonna see how that goes. Because Malambo cannot play at the 10 currently, or else Deblin would be on the left and Malambo would be at the 10, and then it would most likely be Eric Olsen over Leverton up top, honestly. But we will see how things go. And hopefully they go well. We did lose our previous match, which was in the Carabao Cup, to Middlesbrough. Dibbling hasn't really developed, and that's the case with a lot of the players currently at the club. Good shot on by Leverton. That's a major case with a lot of the players, because I mean, we got Makoko on a free, and we also have Adam Wharton here. We've got a lot of players. Malo Gusto's our ball-winning midfielder. Dean Hewson's here. Dragushin's in on loan. I'm essentially taking the band of misfit toys and then gonna turn them into a machine, hopefully. Good save by... Yeah, Philip Jorgensen's our goalkeeper now, too. So that's great. We wanted him at Albor, and he wanted to come to Albor. It was just on a permanent transfer. But we finally got him. Alright, Makoko's got it. You gotta move it. You gotta move it. There you go. Out to Olsen. Olsen's gonna find Leverton. The connection is still there, folks. Eric Olsen to Alex Leverton. Why is Alex Leverton celebrating alone and everyone else with Eric Olsen? That's wild. Bang. Oh, because he started... One, I think he's caught up on the defender right here when he was celebrating. But then he was also pointing to his back, so they might not like that. I don't know. Ooh. Ooh. Coco, Harwood Bellis, Dragushin, Cornet, Sugawara to Olsen, Olsen to Leverton for a brace on the debut. Let's go. Let's go. Europa League, right? They were playing today? Yeah, against Leon. I saw that there's been like a war of words between Nemanja Matic and Andre Onana. Cornet, Dragushin, Bellis, Makoko. Playing like a wingback right there. To Gusto. Dribbling, Gusto, Makoko, dang it. Saved by the keeper, put onto the crossbar. Ah, Gene Johnson, that. He's been really good at that at Man United. Dang. Good start. A flying start for us, honestly. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The bench warmers. I'm pretty sure Ruben Amorim is gonna bring in a new keeper, and I think it's gonna be the keeper that he's always wanted, but he couldn't have because he was at a rival. I'm pretty sure he'll try and bring in Diego Costa, which that'll break my heart because I love Diego Costa. He's very good. I need to look at Wharton real quick. I want to see what he can do here. And then put Shea Charles in. And that's it. And then that is it. Offsides. I don't think, like, obviously Man United won't end up getting relegated, but I think them not being in Europe will be the best thing to happen to them. But they're fighting so hard because they're like, we deserve to be in Europe. You don't deserve anything. You need to work hard for it. There's plenty of clubs that deserve things, and they still haven't gotten it. Exactly. Unless your club is like in an amazing position to win a European trophy as well as compete for the league title, such as Arsenal right now, then you can say that. But Man United is closer to relegation than they are to first. I think Maxwell Cornet as a left back might be one of the best things I've ever done, with just forcing a player to play somewhere. And he moves in when Sugawara moves up. It's been fantastic. Then we've got Mr. Malo Gusto becoming our ball-winning midfielder. which I'm stoked about. But overall, I think we're doing well. We're doing very well. I mean, the start Olsen has had is unbelievable. 10 games, 8 goals, 2 assists. Makoko in technically 8 games, 2 goals, 4 assists. Off the wing. Because he plays much better off the wing. Don't know why, but he does. Dibling's got a couple goal contributions as well. Yeah, he's actually, like, he's been doing really well as an inverted wingback. I was like, you know what? I need someone to play there, and I don't want to play Juan Larios. So, even though he's younger, has the potential, yada, 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 Cornet is very good for what I need him for. And then Sugawara has been unbelievable as a Segundo Volante. He's been so good. We've got Dean here doing his job. Dragushin so far doing his job. Jorgensen doing a great job. Great job. But we're doing well. We've got plenty of money. Too much money in my opinion. There are so many players with great potential. I mean, so it's kind of crazy how many. Come January, I'm going to try and loan out everybody. Tottenham want Dibbling. If they want Dibbling, they're paying $70 million. Is there an international break coming up anytime soon? That'd be great. Finally, someone is offering a loan. There you go. Sam Amaya. Out on loan to USG. Great place for him to go on loan to as well. But alright, chat. I think that's where we are going to end things today. Do some games when you know you will win. Nope. When I'm playing the game, I play every single game. I play every single game. But when I'm doing the like videos and stuff and all that, then yeah, I'm going on holidays, sending them and whatnot. But when I'm playing such as now, I play every single game. No matter the competition. The only ones I don't play is the friendlies, obviously. I have those, the assistant manager and all of them do that. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. I greatly appreciate everyone tuning in. Thanks to the new subscribers as well. I appreciate you. But we will be back on Saturday. One thing I am considering doing with the setup is moving it slightly to where this monitor's here, this monitor's here. Potentially, we'll see. I might try it out next week instead, just see how I do really like it for this week. But I gotta edit a video tonight for a video next week, because I already have one edited for next week for you guys, which will be out on Monday. And then once this other one's edited, ready to go, that should be out hopefully Wednesday. And then I will be working on the second part to that video as well here shortly too, once it's fully edited and done. But yeah, that is it for today. We will be back on Saturday, I hope around like 6 p.m. UK time, and we will try and get as far as we can get here with Southampton in our first season as manager, which we are off to a great start so far. I'm really enjoying it, loving the players that we have too. So yeah, thank you once again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Wherever you guys are in the world, please have a great rest of your day / evening, and until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.